Some people are just so utterly bitter and resentful that I really have to highlight it to everyone. This crap got 23,000 likes! Okay, why are you so salty that this art get loads of likes? It's not even that bad. In fact, it's pretty damn good actually. I really like the Batman design. He looks terrifying. It's not even subjectively ass, it's straight up just ass. Ah, here we have another arrogant internet douchebag who thinks that their opinion is the most correct of all. Just because you say that your opinion is objective doesn't mean that it is. It's objectively ass. It's a fact that these are ass designs. I believe 0% of anyone that says otherwise, so I don't know what to tell you all. I don't know why you have to slap the dictionary definition of objective because this whole thing is definitely influenced by personal feelings or opinions, aka subjective. I don't give a damn if people like it. Except you absolutely do give a damn, you two-faced liar. You literally said in your first sentence that this got 23,000 likes, and you refuse to believe people don't agree with you. You do give a damn if people like it, because you are in utter disbelief that there are people that do. I have no issues with you disliking the art, but I do have issues with envy, denial of envy, and blatant lies. It's the people telling me that I can't say it's ass that's the problem. The issue is not that you dislike the art. The issue is that you are jealous that the art gets thousands of likes. The issue is that you are in utter disbelief that people like something that you don't. The issue is your denial on the fact that people disagree with you. And most importantly, the issue is the blatant lies. I really do not give a damn. You clearly do, jackass. I'm not changing what I said because it's what I believe. Stay mad. I really don't care. If you don't actually care, and you will not be in this thread responding to people. Also, the art still gets thousands of likes, and people still do not agree with you. So you stay mad. Don't worry, that's not the only insane take about someone else's artwork for this video. This is an insane comparison. Oh, that's illegal. Wow, it's literally just a Halo meme.
Wait, that's illegal.
What is illegal here is a drawing of someone's OC in underwear, and the OC is a loli, and that's illegal. If it is, then I recommend you to contact the police. Otherwise, you're just yapping on the internet for no freaking reason. This is kind of comparable to the Holocaust history.
What's the matter with you?
This is not in any way comparable to the Holocaust, you lunatic, but do go on and make yourself sound more and more insane. A man did something bad, borderline racist, in your case pedophilic, but everyone downplayed it because it was no big deal until it turned to a whole genocide, probably a legal case this time. I'm sorry, did you just call this person lowly Hitler? Did you seriously think that someone making art like this is somehow gonna cause a massive disaster like a genocide or a legal case? Legal case of what? Possession of fictional content? Everyone acts shocked, thinking, how did this happen? Yeah, I too was shocked when the UN wants to protect children by banning anime and manga, but they end up diddling real kids instead. Oh wait, my bad. It's supposed to be the anime guys that are the real predators, right? So you, dear OC maker, quit drawing whatever you draw in this style before it turns into something worse, like not being able to get a good job, colleges maybe not accepting you, or getting swatted. Wow, that is an actual threat. But I'm glad that you made that because falsely calling the cops or even the SWAT on people is an actual crime, and so is doxing and harassment. So thank you for confessing to the world about your intentions. You might as well say, I will kill you.
I think you should die. I think I should kill you.
People just love to throw around the predator label, and the burden of proof apparently shifts to the accused in the internet justice. I heard Fidel is a pedophile, by the way. Wow, you immediately went in with the completely baseless accusation. I have no idea who this Fidel is, but I don't see any evidence that he's a pedo. If you ask me, you shouldn't associate with people like that. Well, if you can prove that this Fidel person is a pedophile, then we'll talk. But evidently, you cannot. Do you have proof that he isn't a pedophile? You're the one making the accusations, doofus. You better have freaking rock-solid evidence for that other than, I heard it, or do you have proof that he isn't one? I think the lack of proof is pretty evident enough that this Fidel person isn't one, don't you think? We got loads more art-related insanity that somehow leads to real-life behaviors. As always, if you like this video so far, don't forget to click the like button, comment, subscribe, and leave some tips through any of these means, including YouTube membership, links below. Thank you to all the sponsors this week. You're all fantastic. The way people just expose their idiocies online using Grok is just incredibly marvelous. This Grok dork asked whether the original image is cuter. Unfortunately, I cannot find where the original image is, so here's a cat and pretend that that's the image. But that's not the most important bit. Whether the image is actually cute or not, asking an AI like Grok to validate an opinion means that you have literally no opinion. You have no basis. You are quite literally an NPC. And I have no idea why you think that that is something to be proud of. Sorry. In my opinion, Ghibli art is awful. Wow, what an utterly brain-dead take. I do wonder whether these people that got exposed to the Ghibli AI arts, including this insanely yellowed one, have actually seen any Ghibli film. Chances are they haven't. Grok is the future, and this is its home. Well, Grok is the future, alright? A bleak future, but a future nonetheless. I'd rather hear Grok's opinions than my own. Wow, that's just a glaring admission to the world that your opinions are worthless, and you've submitted your soul to the gods of AI. We're living in dystopian times, people, one that is ruled by some blonde AI woman. The paranoia towards AI domination over people's soul is real, but some paranoia is not real, like this discourse over colonizer art. Here's another art discourse where everyone genuinely thinks too highly of themselves. Artists can draw whatever they want. What you draw is a reflection of your values. No, it doesn't. Me writing a Nightwing, Starfire, and Batgirl threesome doesn't mean I'm part of the LGBT. In response to someone saying, "What about people that love horror art?" This person then went on to backtrack in the subsequent tweets by saying this: "It's not really about what you draw, but rather how you draw it." Okay, goalpost mover, even if I agree that it's how you draw them that's bad, you cannot get away with making this god-awful take. If what you're drawing is colonizer fan art, you are showing that you are not a safe person. What the hell is a colonizer fan art? I think this is a reference to the artist that got bashed for drawing Jinx in an Orientalist way, but I don't see anything Orientalist or exotic about this drawing. And I also don't see what's so offensive about it. It's a fantasy reinterpretation that borrows from real-world aesthetics, not specifically referring to them. This person is attributing offense to something that isn't there, and that makes you utterly delusional. Also, this implies that you are a safe person to interact with, and I highly doubt that because you just marked someone unsafe because they draw something you deem a colonizer fan art without defining what that is. Some people are just incredibly paranoid over nothing. You can draw whatever taboo subjects you want. You cannot turn around and cry victim when those affected by such wants piss all to do with you, or when you're called out as a potential danger. I don't want to be associated with a lunatic like you either, but to warn everyone that you are a potential danger over some colonizer fan art is the kind of behavior that makes you incredibly unsafe. Again, the colonizer fan art in question is this Jinx fan art. No idea where this whole colonizer thing came from, but to call someone dangerous for drawing or even liking the fan art is absolute lunacy. People seem to forget that art is political. Here we go again. Like, yeah, you can draw taboo subjects because it's fictional, but don't go crying because I assume that you be a danger or insensitive person because you're desensitized by what you're drawing. Being insensitive is one thing. Being a danger is another. I think you are dangerous because you assume malice out of drawing fan arts, and you think that people who draw them are dangerous. They're not dangerous, you are, because you're making a moral argument, and there is a good chance that you will commit something immoral out of wrongfully perceived immoralities. Or to put it simply, I think you're gonna do something bad to the people that you think are bad, and that's why you are not safe. This is why anti-shippers are way more dangerous, because they're making moral arguments and justifications out of doing something immoral to the people they don't like. They are always incredibly hypocritical, and sometimes their hypocrisy is way too funny to not notice. Sonic fans are a bunch of weirdos. I know. because I am one. But this weirdness is not weird. It's just stupid. Oh, this is disgusting. It's a screenshot from Sonic Racing Crossworlds of Cream offering Storm to get some victory ice creams together. And this user wants to ship the two of them. I take objection to that because my favorite character of all time, Tails, is the only correct choice to be shipped with Cream, but that is my ship, and I shall not infringe on anyone's ship, lest they harass others in real life. This person, however, begs to differ. It's disgusting that they want to ship Cream, a kid rabbit, and Storm, an adult albatross. It's disgusting because one is older and one is younger, and not because they're both Sonic characters, for God's sake. The Sonic fandom has gone away with all sorts of crazy stuff, but shipping Cream and Storm is apparently too far because one is a kid and one is an adult, but Tails and Cream is perfectly fine because they're two kids, right? Sonic and Shadow are perfectly fine, right? They're the most popular ship in the fandom. Due to recent events, here's a list of adult Sonic characters. Stop being a freak towards characters that are kids or teens. Yes, this is a Sonic fan calling other Sonic fans freaks. The irony on this whole situation is just off the charts, especially when you literally started by listing and even picturing adult Sonic characters that people can ship, romance, or even sexualize, because that's what counts as being a freak, right? And not shipping Sonic characters, period, or engaging in this fandom, period. Again, Sonic and Shadow are one of the fandom's most popular ship, and I don't see them in any of this lineup. But seriously, let's take a step back. Are we seriously being a moral police over whose Sonic characters we can ship? You're already marked a freak by the general public for even engaging in the fandom. For the record, I am one of those freaks, but I just find it so utterly ironic that the freaks are calling others freaks for being too freaky. We're part of the Sonic fandom. We are never ever gonna be seen as not freaky by the mainstream audiences, especially when most of the fandom is lusting over a bat. Trying to repair the Sonic fandom reputation to the general audiences is like trying to drain the whole sea. Good luck with that! The insanity of the Sonic fandom continues, and I can say that with absolute confidence because I am part of that fandom. People in the quote retweets are so weird. They generally are, kid. Welcome to the club. If you go to anyone in real life and show them a picture of Cream, Tails, or Charmy, they would immediately know that those are children who should not be sexualized. Actually, they would think that you are a weirdo for showing pictures of what appears to be cartoon characters. Being out of touch with reality is unfortunately a common occurrence within the Sonic fandom. Some people had it more than others. Seriously, do you actually believe that people in real life are just gonna agree with you? If that's the general opinion, then you're a pedo, like it or not. Here's another general opinion. Sonic fans are a bunch of weirdos, and the general public will mark you as a weirdo anyway, regardless of which Sonic characters you ship, or basically anything that you do inside the fandom. They don't care that you ship any of the younger Sonic characters with the older ones, or even any of the older ones. They care that you're part of the Sonic fandom, period. That's all they need to know to realize that you're a freak and a weirdo. Again, for the record, I'm part of the fandom too, and I joined this fandom as an adult, not a kid. That makes me even way more of a weirdo, and I embrace that fact because I too love Sonic and their characters, and Blaze especially, but unlike most of the Sonic fandom, I am still in touch with some parts of reality, and the fact that you're calling people pedo because they ship the wrong Sonic characters is a perfect time for you to step away from the internet and go outside. And that's all for the video today. Here's a cat. Don't forget to check out my previous videos here. Click the like button, comment, subscribe, leave some tips, just $1 down below. And thanks for watching.